coach. Jason McClelland is here joining us for the second time, a return guest to the pregame show here on Friday Night Hoops. How you doing?
I feel important.
Well, you are important here in town, kind of taking NIC-10 by storm. And first of all, just congrats on the great season. And
Thank you.
I know you're not done yet, but how good does it feel to accomplish this kind of first part of the goal?
It feels good. It was a goal that we set early in the year. This is actually our first conference championship NIC-10 in school history.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
So it's a
Congrats.
Very exciting time for our AD. Just went and got the trophy. So it's the first time that we've been NIC-10 champions in school history. So it's really big. So.
Was this a goal that you guys laid out preseason? A NIC-10 championship is how we're going to start this season off?
Yes.
Okay.
I know it was, we always talk to the girls, and I know Coach Taylor knows everything about Rockford basketball, and she used to always tell me, like, you have everything from top to bottom to be competitive against Hano and Boylan, which are always on top. So, like I said, I don't know the history, but they fill me in. So it was definitely a goal that the girls wanted. I wanted it too, but I think they wanted just as more just because they know the history of the NIC-10, going to Auburn, being kind of the underdogs, things like that. So if they want it, I'm with it.
Coach, this has been a special group, and I know that we're going to talk to Brooklyn Gray here in a little bit, but they do a lot of things not only on the court but off the court together, and I think the chemistry, and I'm going to ask her about that, has just been, I think, brought a lot of success to the program.
Yes. Brooke is one of our true sophomores. She has all leader capabilities, even though by paper she's a sophomore, but she's very vocal, everything that I could ask for as a coach. Coming in, there were some hits on her, like they didn't know how we were going to get along. Brooke has been everything coachable. She doesn't miss practice. She's on time. She stays late. She works hard. So she's everything that a player coach wants or whatnot. But off the court, these ladies have sleepovers. They go to games together. They help each other in classes. And that's something that I laid out because that was one of the concerns from last year's team, that the team last year wasn't as close. So I did my due diligence with Coach Taylor, letting them know, like, hey, we need these girls to be close off the court because then they'll transfer on them. Can see on the court, they make the extra pass. They make each other look good. So I couldn't ask for more.
What did you learn about your team this year so far that maybe surprised you, that you didn't know coming into the season?
The amount of grit that they had. Majority of my career, I have coached boys, so testing the grit and things like that, you always hear that girls, I yell too much, girls are going to fold under pressure, you're going to make them cry, and none of them girls have done any of that. They have stood up to the test. Nobody has cried. Even if somebody's getting close to crying, these girls pick each other up like they know strengths and weaknesses of each other. And as a coach, I learned like where I can push them, where I can be strong at, who I can push, and who I can challenge.
You learned from the girls this year too.
Yes, because I've been dominantly boys, so it's been different. I brought the aggressive attitude to the table for the girls, and they just took it and run with it.
And you can see that they're very coachable because, Coach, watching them play a couple, 3, 4 games this season, they do a tremendous job of sharing the ball. They pass the ball well. They're some of the no-look passes have just blown me away. And it's just an incredible team. And, kudos to you and your staff because you're just bringing them along and, getting set now. We'll look at the regionals will be coming up next week. So got one more game. Is it tomorrow? Is it against Freeport? Or no, Jefferson?
We play Jefferson tomorrow. Correct. That'll be the senior night, so we're very, very excited about it. I have 7 seniors. To be honest, I wouldn't know what I would do without my seniors because they take care of the small things. I harp on my team about the small things, making the extra pass, going to class, being on time. Our seniors really do a great job of making sure this team runs correctly. They're like the oil of the team. They're the heartbeat. They make sure I don't have to correct things that don't need to be corrected. Our captains are really, really tremendous about, and it's all led by Dasani Hanna. Dasani Hanna has been a breakout player. Went from a role player last year to averaging, I believe she's at 13 points this year. But this team is she's the heart and soul of, hey, coach, you need this. Hey, all the social media posts that you see, the flyers and things, she does all of that.
I know you're part of the support staff here at the school. You get you get to interact with a lot of students every day. How's the support for the team been within the school? When did it start to take off? Was it there from the beginning? When did the school find out that, oh my gosh, we got a championship possible team on our hands here?
Well, it didn't start from the beginning. It was sort of kind of, our girls was kind of the backseat to the boys because Coach Ott did such a wonderful job for so many years. So that was also a goal of theirs, to get people in the seats to watch their talent. So I do all the social media where on Thursdays we publish our games, things like that. I think when we went on a like 10-game winning streak, then people started to notice. I think our AD Brad kind of noticed early, like, hey, because he's a coach by nature, so I have deep conversations with him about coaching, personnel, what I'm going through as a coach, so he can relate. So the school started to notice off of their grades to start. Their grades were really, really good.
Nice.
Then we started battling. I think our first big test was against Hano. And then, Boylan. We beat Boylan. And so then our school, like, they might be serious. So then we played Hano. We ended up losing by 3 or something like that. But then we would go on like 10 to 12 game winning streaks. And so then our school, I get on announcements every day. Hey, the girls are playing. We do it again at lunch. So just making them a forefront and a priority, and the school just kind of really gravitated. Administrators have been great. Our parents have been phenomenal. Our parents, and then so the alum have jumped behind us now that they're proud of the culture that I'm building. But I tell them it's no I and me. These are these girls that want to do it. So so the school have taken notice now. Everybody has really taken notice because we're conference champs. So I get so many congratulations that from alum, I don't even know. I'm just proud to be a part of history, basically.
That's very important, and you made a great point. You've got parent support, and that helps feed into the program and keeps all the positive, not only on the court but at home. But, Coach, looking at the regionals now, not without saying too much, do you make any kind of changes? Do you just kind of go with the flow? I know you open up against Rockford Jefferson on Tuesday, and then we'll play the winner of Harlem and DeKalb. So do you pretty much continue to do you make any new changes offensively or defensively? So what we have been running for this year, we will change. Obviously, because there's a tremendous amount of film on the things that we ran. So we are going to change some things. We're going to look at different personnel, but the blueprint is to push the ball, make the extra pass, knock the three-point down. If we can, let's penetrate and kick. So that's always going to be our blueprint. And as you know, we have lost to Harlem 2 times in the regular season. So if we do beat Jefferson, it's a possibility that we play them or DeKalb again. So we're back to the drawing board, 0-0. So we really need to home in what works on Harlem if we play them again.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. You played Harlem 3 times. You lost to him.
Yes.
You lost to him twice. You blew him out of the gym once.
Yes.
Harlem started the season kind of slow. Had a big win against Belvedere North. What's the scouting report in Harlem? What's with the deviance of play going on over there?
It's difficult because Bree, their point guard, is very tremendous. They're well coached. From the start of the season where we played them in a tournament to now, they've got discipline. We've been harping discipline and confidence since day one. They really, really battled with us tremendously. So it brings out the best in our girls, but we need to fine-tune things off of teams that we usually pressure full court. We might have to back off and be half court and play more man-to-man or whatnot. So we definitely have a game plan, but we are tweaking things to change things or whatnot.
Outstanding. Coach, we're going to get you out here, talk to your player here. I hope to have you on again, maybe as a post-game celebration after one of yours, all right?
That'll work. So tomorrow's senior night, and then y'all always welcome. So, yeah, y'all got to get to a girl.
Don't worry. We absolutely will. So, wouldn't mind passing the mic over to your player there, Brooklyn.
Y'all going to have to interview Coach Taylor pretty soon.
Don't worry. She's up and coming, so she's the next head coach. Tremendous. This is our defensive coordinator. She does all of our defenses, so
So when we lose to Harlem,
it's on her.
It's on her.
There you
go.
We'll talk.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck to you.
That is Coach Jason McClelland, and he's passing. What a great guy!
Oh,
I really like talking.
Great interview.
And don't you get why this kind of school rises around?
Well, you know, it's that kind of attitude that bleeds into your team, and so it's a reflection of him.
Absolutely. Now we're joined by star player for the Auburn Lady Knights, Brooklyn Gray. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pull your mic up
a little bit.
There you go.
We'll get you going. You talk. Your coach talks a lot louder than you.
Yeah.
So,
Just to let you know, you took a picture of your coach for social media and you started laughing.
You did right
You'll
away.
Be doing line drills next week.
No, hopefully not.
So tell it, what's it like playing for Coach McClelland there?
Well, I mean, last year, I had Daryl. He was a really good coach, and he helped me a lot. But now, the transition is different. But I feel like he's been doing really good, actually, better than I expected, honestly, if we're gonna be honest. But yeah, he's good. He's a coach.
He mentioned getting you girls together, getting more of a kind of a unity thing.
Yes.
How have you guys done that? He mentioned like sleepovers, you guys hanging out, and how instrumental has he been to get you guys a little bit of a tighter knit group?
I feel like he's done a great job of getting us together and just building chemistry. Chemistry is a big thing when it comes to basketball, because if you don't play as a team, then how are you gonna win? So honestly, we've just been out, kicking it, just getting to know each other a little more, just having fun. And that's really helped us on the basketball court, so I really thank him for that.
Yeah, and Coach talked about a lot of team building that you guys do, not only going to games together and having sleepovers and all kinds of things. And that bleeds into the whole thing. And the parent support, and I know you're only a sophomore, and you've got to have some colleges looking at you. Are you kind of starting to feel that out a little bit, or?
Yeah. Right here.
Oh, Coach is yelling at her.
Coach trying to get some more time in there.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Are you talk about everything that you guys do together, on and off the court, that helps build the chemistry within all the ladies?
Yeah. It just helps us trust each other more, and you need trust when you're on the court. So I feel like all of that, you wouldn't think that it would help, but it helps a lot. It helps a great amount. And I'm just glad that we were able to do that stuff on our free time, help better the team.
What's the most annoying thing Coach does that all you girls laugh at him behind his back?
The most annoying, he stutters a lot.
He stutters a lot?
He stutters.
Does it just when he gets excited, or?
No, all the time.
Just all the time.
And he messed up on his words. It's the funniest thing ever. He messed up so much. So funny. Have you ever heard him say Washington?
What? Does he say Washington? Is he Washington? He's a Washington guy?
We're getting some major dirt right now.
Oh my God.
We'll have to get him on the next interview.
Good stuff. Highlight of the season so far for you. What's the big moment that steps out so far?
Beating Hananiga.
Okay. Is that when you guys knew kind of?
Yes.
I mean, you guys. I asked your coach this when he felt the school finally said, "Oh my gosh, we might have a championship ladies basketball team here." When did you feel the school kind of bought into what you guys had bought in from the beginning of the season?
I felt like just us beating teams that we lost to last year, like when we beat B-North, that was a big one. Because we may have beat them once last year, but we still lost them. And beating them twice was a huge thing. Beating Guilford twice. But when we beat Hano, that was the biggest thing, because we haven't beat Hano. Auburn hasn't beaten Hano in a long time.
Right.
And last year, it was hard because they had, Jordan King went to Marquette. She was a great player. They had her as a leader, and it was kind of hard to, play against something like that. So now that she's gone, we really took advantage of that, and it was a good thing that we did that.
Brooklyn, what advice would you give to any of the younger, say middle school kids, if you had a chance to address them? What advice would you give them for preparing for games and stuff?
Just stay focused. Don't ever, pay attention to little things. Just be in the zone and be ready for the game. And that's just the best advice you give somebody. Just stay focused.
You're really just a sophomore?
Yes.
All right. You speak. You're mature beyond your years.
It's my mom.
Look, well, tell your mom she did a very good job. We're running out of time here. We got to say goodbye, but good luck the rest of the season. I told your coach I'm pretty sure we're going to show up and do one of your regional games coming up here, and maybe we can talk to you after you guys get another victory then, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Good luck to you, Brooklyn.
Thanks a lot. That is Brooklyn Gray, star sophomore for the NIC-10 Championship Lady Knights.